Hello and welcome to a hot topic reading on GT Tarot. Well, the hot topic is tariffs. Tariffs, 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 tariffs. Tariffs, tariffs. There's even tariffs on penguins. I want to do this reading because there's a lot of fear out there. There's a lot of fear out there. And I want to set the record straight. Have we got to fear this? Have we got to fear what Donald Trump is doing with his tariffs? About wherever you are in the world, whether you're in America, UK, Australia, the Falkland Islands, everywhere's got its own tariff today. How's this going to look? Because the media showing a lot of fear, stock market potentially on its way down. Does this really affect us? Really, when you think about it? Let's go and see what we got. First card is the Page of Wands. Yeah. So we've got inspiration, ideas, discovery, limitless potential, free spirit, exploration, excitement and freedom. These tariffs are not going to affect us unduly because this isn't a difficult card to read, really. There's potential there. There's potential that this is going to be good. There's potential that this is going to be the way forward. There's potential that it's going to work, but there's also potential it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter really, because at the end of the day, we're living in a commercial world, and we as consumers will find the cheaper product, whether it's in America, in the UK, China, wherever. We will always find that cheaper product. And yes, putting these tariffs on has created a lot of disharmony. It's displaced a lot of stuff. But it's at the end of the day, when it all comes out and it all levels out, things may shift. Things will cost different, but there'll still be stuff we can buy, and there's still stuff we can afford to buy. I'm not too worried. Let's just see what other cards we may draw on this. Oh, the Empress. There you go. Abundance, nurturing, fertility, feminine, good parenting, development, accomplishment, growth, evolution, and actions. So, prosperity is there to be taken. Whether Donald is doing the right thing with these tariffs, I don't think it really matters. The economic environment of the world is so big, it will absorb it. Yes, you may have instability. What's the word I was looking for earlier. You're going to have instability in the short term, but the long term, it will all even out in the end. And, you know, abundance is there to be had. Abundance is there to be had. Let's pull one more card. Just the energies about these tariffs. Are we worried? I don't think we are on these cards. I've got to admit, it's all a bit of hoo-ha over nothing. Is it a hoo-ha over nothing? Let's pull one more card. Let's have a look. Ace of Wands. It's a new product. It's the urge to create. Desire, potential beginnings, new opportunities of growth. So, these new tariffs, what does that mean? Let's have a look at it. So, you're in Germany. Germany, yes, let's go easy. Let's go easy. Germany, apparently, Europe have got tariffs of 20%. Let's make the maths really simple. A 20% tariff Say you're going to purchase something for £100, $100, whatever you want to call it. It's worth 100, whatever. It could be a television. That's probably a cheap telly nowadays. So a television for £100, you're buying from Germany and you're shipping it over to the United States. So, at some stage, when that telly lands in the United States, the United States government will take a 20% tax. So that is £20, $20, whatever you want to call it, 20 Deutschmarks. So they will take £20. So somebody's got to foot that bill, haven't they? Because the government are taking that money no matter what. That's theirs. That's their tax. So either the producer of that telly will have to take a hit, so they will lose £20, or the person buying that telly at the other end will have to take that hit of £20. Or it could get split. You know, it could be £10 each. That's a decision that that's what all economic decisions are based on. Who takes what of a hit? But the basic premise is that potentially either the purchaser or the seller will take that hit, or a bit of both. So, is that good in the short term? Probably not great in the short term. But on the flip side of it, in the short term, you're likely going to see that the people buying the item will have to foot that bill. More than likely, because whoever's producing it, it's still going to cost them the same amount to produce it. Whoever's shipping it across, it's going to cost them the same amount to ship it. So whoever's buying that television will probably have to pay £120 for a £100 television. Now, is that fair? That's what we've got to look at. And why are they putting these tariffs on? Well, the flip side of the coin is that Donald Trump has got a company, well, he hasn't, but there's a company in America, say, who make televisions. And currently, their televisions cost £110, Deutschmarks, whatever you want to call it. So you're a consumer in America and you want to buy, it's an identical telly. It's put together the same way. So you're buying a telly in America. In the past, before the tariffs, you could have got the telly for £100, Deutschmarks, whatever, and got it shipped to your country for £100. To buy the same telly in America would have cost you £110. But now, because of the tariffs, the telly's costing you £120. So it actually costing you more to ship that telly to the United States than it would to buy it in the United States. So that is the premise of how Donald Trump is using these tariffs. He wants people to buy American products, and he wants to make American products cheaper than what you would buy abroad. Simple as. So, will it work? Don't know. The cards seem to think that this new project looks like it's going to work in some order. It is going to be difficult. Let's just see. Can we get any time frames of how quickly these changes will go? Oh, it's a complicated one. I've tried to piece it right down to the bare bones and looked at both sides of the argument. Judgment. It's the judgment card. So, what do we think? Reckoning, awakening, redemption, forgiveness, mercy. The tariffs are there. We've got to decide whether we're going to accept them or not, or how we use them. But we need to look at higher energies here. We need to look at higher energies. Is consumerism the most important thing? And this judgment card says, no, we've got to look at these higher energies of what's coming down. And this is for everything. There's two sides to every argument all the time. Whether you're a red hat, you're a blue hat. But we've got to concentrate on the higher calling of these kind of situations and not go down to what he says, she says, what they say is right, what they say is right. You've got to look at your inner self. Is it your inner self you've got to look at? Let's have one more card. Emotionally balanced, compassion, diplomatic, control, balance, supportive leader, tolerance. You need to find your balance at this moment in time. This is what this is all about. We're getting triggered with these tariffs, aren't we? We need to find balance. There's so many trigger points. I'm not sure if that card's there, right? Let's have a look. There's so many trigger points in life at this moment in time. So many trigger points. We've got to find that emotionally balanced situation. We can't jump on one bandwagon or the other. We've got to make that decision ourselves. And we've got to be diplomatic and compassionate in the situation we find ourselves in. So yeah, a balanced video. Sorry about that. The door went. So we're back. Emotionally balanced, compassionate, diplomatic, control. That's where we need to be. We need to be in that position. There's too many 50-50s nowadays, I think. And you're either on that side, you're on that side. You're either a red hat or a blue hat in America, for example. You're one side of the royal family or the other. You don't need to be like that. You don't really need to be like that. I've just headbutted the light. You can be anything you want to be. Listen to your higher self. Have compassion. Get that balance in your life. Get your King of Cups. You need to become your King of Cups. Because we're losing ourselves over being on one side or the other. You need to find the right balance. You need to make the right decisions in life. This is really, really, really important. You need to see both sides of the argument. Have that balance. Hopefully you found this video useful. Hopefully you can find that right balance. Hopefully you can see that I don't think this tariff situation, it's out and out, as we like to say in Yorkshire. It will come and it will go. Yes, somebody's going to make some money somewhere. Somebody's got some abundance coming. But it's a new project. It's rebirth. But as long as we stay emotionally balanced, I think we'll be okay. We'll be okay. So there's nothing too much to worry about. Thank you for watching. Please like, please subscribe, please comment below, even if it's just to leave an emotion and saying, I am emotionally balanced. Thank you very much for your time. I will see you on the next video. Ciao for now.